Okay, welcome back, guys. This is the first time going live, reporting from the front line. Now, we just need to set the camera orientation correctly. Rotate the screen. Okay, guys, bear with me. We're just reporting live from the front lines, and here we're going to be pulling some cards. We're going to be pulling some cards. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to scene. We have the camera, we have the cards, we have the oracle cards, we have the tarot cards. We have everything that we need here, and we're going to be investigating today and see what comes up with this human trafficking. Also, which is connected with, it's been connected with the government. It's been connected with the government, and just bear with me.
To push a certain agenda, so the sleeping souls, or the ones that are not awakened yet, will continue to create, because we're the connection to source, we're the creators. We have that direct.
Okay, bear with me, guys. We're just looking at the settings right now. Mic is on, camera is on.
Stage, which is the world stage, the media, the manipulation, to manipulate your mind and the perception of reality.
Just play some music for you guys. Camera is back. Okay. Okay, guys, this is going out live. So we're having this technical, but while we're here, we're going to work out how this camera is to be turned the other way. Turn the other way. Okay, this might be, okay, guys, this might be just how the camera is, because it's, this might be just how it is. This might be that you actually, bear with me, guys. This is going out live. This is live. Unscripted, behind the scenes, just letting you guys in. No censorship. Okay, guys, we've worked that one out. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. This is going on. This is going out live. Okay, guys, the first card. Okay, guys, the first card that's out already is there is a plan. See how this is going to look. Maybe it's going to look that way. This reads planning to set you up. This reads, that's the first card on the top. Planning to set you up. So these guys know that we're reporting from the front line, and they know that we are actively investigating this case. However, whether you're up against 1,000 people, whether you're up against one person, the moral standing is always has to be one thing, is that you have to stand for the truth. And here, like broadcast, we report on the truth, we carry the truth, we bring truth. A truth seeker. A truth seeker is there to report and blow the whistle on what is happening behind the scenes, especially as we're an investigative journalist. Okay, guys. We're here to report on the truth. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Now, I'm going to be reading these cards out because as the first broadcast, as the first reporting, we're going to be just putting some cards here randomly. Okay. We're being guided by, this card reads God's throne. We're being guided to expose we're being guided to expose what is happening to these people, because what it is, that people that are operating on this cover of secrecy or darkness, they rely on doing things behind closed doors. They rely on doing things from a point of people not being able to stand up for people being afraid to stand up, and also for people being stopped from standing up. Those that have the capacity to stand up for other people, they're being being isolated, and being isolated to the point where now the people that are in positions are going to be against them. So a person is being isolated. So a person that is being isolated, you're being isolated from being able to reach out, and bring awareness. You're being isolated from being able to reach out and bring awareness. However, God is behind you, the angels are behind you, because you do have assistance. There is always assistance. The God's throne consists of his angelic hosts, his counsel, his you know, his, servants. You know, we serve God. That is our first and foremost, is that we serve God. That is always at the front. So those on the front lines that could be watching this at some point, be assured and be encouraged to know that you are not alone. Because once we see this card, once we pull this card, the throne room of God, this is a divine card, and the divine works. There's a divine counsel. So God has His divine counsel. So, you know, if you liken this to, there isn't a parallel, but when this is coming, this is sent from the God's judicial system. So which also includes the law, which also includes the law branch. Okay, 64. So these people are planning on keeping you quiet. So effectively what they want to do is to keep you quiet. For some of you, this is also putting yourself out there, taking this leap of faith. This is also it could be likened to also the Fool card, the Fool card, but it's also the card of taking this leap of faith, taking this being of obedience, this obedience in leaning forward, being obedient to lean forward and deliver the truth, no matter how many people are up against you, even though those people that are up against you are planning to keep you quiet and could be trying to sacrifice your life. They could be trying to silence you. They could be trying to silence you. See what else comes up. We've got the same card again. Which means we've got the same card again. So this means it's a confirmation that these people are trying to sacrifice you, because we also had the first card, which was planning to set you up. The first card was planning to set you up. We're going to look out for that card, see if it comes out again. Okay. Confirmation, triple confirmation, quadruple confirmation with the 64, quattro, fourth confirmation. Now, planning to set you up, 64 comes out twice, and this card is downstairs door is a warfare too. So we're under spiritual warfare, and we're reporting right from the front line. So we're in the midst of the warfare. Right now, guys. So these people are planning to strike, because of your courage, being able to stand up for yourself. Because these people may have tried to intimidate, using these the numbers to intimidate, to bully, or to trying to wear a person down. They could have been using these forms of tactics, these strategies to wear you down. But because you have stood your ground, and because you are divinely guided, these people are now they have put up an assault of a warfare assault. But because we have the divine order here, is that you are safe, because we're the clash is not one-sided. You're being defended. You're safe. You're safe, and also they're trying to quieten your speech, your courage, whether it's your written form, whether it's your reporting, whether it's your prayers, whether it's also just it could also be just your perseverance that they are trying to wear down. But because you're continuing to move forward despite what is happening, you are now considered to be a a person of interest or a threat against them. But this is our duty. I'll just put some more. Okay, guys. Serious. You have serious here. You have serious here. You have serious. Serious. The dog star. The dog star. That's also that is also going back to the throne room. The throne room of God is that there is that this is going to be it's being broadcasted. It's going to be broadcasted, and it's going to be because you talk about people hearing about it far and wide. So people are going to hear about this, in places that you'd never even heard of before. They're going to hear about this. This is going to make the news. This is definitely going to make the news, because this is definitely something that they do not want to come out. Now, okay, we're going to... Okay, that one was there, which is also, so you could be somebody who's, like a humanitarian, or you could be somebody who's, you help, with what you have. You use what you have to help others. Your generosity is something that is something that draws attention, because like this sort of attention, because your generosity, your ability to give, to give generously, and humanitarianism, whether it's like you give, you're a person that gives. So these are the empaths. These are the people that are compassionate. These are the people that see somebody and they're drawn to assist them and help them any way they can. So these are the qualities that that you have, like this warmth, and sometimes we draw this connection from people will come up towards you. People will be drawn to you. People will be drawn to you. People will be drawn to you. Because of your giving nature. People will be drawn to you because of your giving nature. So now, as you can see here, your nature, your ability, your nature to give, your nature for spreading this positive energy is considered a threat. Because each one teaches one. Because once you spread this love and people see you do it, you'll be inspiring others, even people that you may not even know that you've inspired, but because of your actions. So this also speaks about leadership. You're a leader. You're a leader going up against you're going up against the you do things not because other people do them. You do them because you feel drawn to do these things, and this inspires other people around you to follow this leadership role. And so you're definitely inspiring people in and around you through your actions. There's a card under this 64. And again, you have this, you have, because of your leadership qualities and your connection, you do things not because you do them through your heart. You following your heart. The prophet follows a prophet or a prophetess follows their heart, because their heart for what is right, their heart, the whisper is direct from God. So you're somebody who is who has a divine connection with God, and which is now these people are now seeing you as a threat. As I'm speaking, guys, my throat is starting to I'm starting to feel this thing. So just bear with me one moment. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. So your connection with the divine is this. Why is considered this threat? Is what is considered this threat by the It's considered this threat. Your connection to the divine and your ability for leadership. Because also remember we had Moses in the Bible. Moshe, he led his people through his leadership. One of the things that really stood out about Moses was that he was, he grew up in Pharaoh's house. He was brought up in Pharaoh's house. But once he became a person of age, his coming of age is when he realizes his true origins, and also when he realizes that the wrong or the persecution of the people of his people. Once he saw the persecution of his people, the Hebrews, they were in Egypt, and they were being they were put into this they were going through this slavery, but him the dynasty, the Egyptian government dynasty, the Pharaoh's house, he was up against the Pharaoh's house. However, he had God behind him. So through his leadership, through his courage and his leadership, he was able to even go up against Pharaoh's house. Because it will be, they say, even if you are up against 1,000, if the truth is still going to be the truth. If there's only one of you up against 1,000, the truth doesn't change because of the numbers. The truth is always the truth, whether despite your numbers, the truth is still the truth. So again, we have this quality that you have, is that you stand up for the truth. You stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves, and you also courage is very contagious. Courage is very contagious. So we speak also of the lion. The lion is she's considered the lioness. She's considered courageous because she demands her family to be protected. She demands her family to be protected, and these are these qualities that we see in the prophets, and in the people from Pleiades, in the people from Sirius, because the people from Sirius would also be connected to the prophetesses, the prophets and the prophetess, and the like, because these are your teachers. These are your your people that do this leadership. They're always in these leadership positions. So this is something that is drawing this attention towards you, and because we have this Pleiades along with because we have these Pleiades, so you may not even have known about these these waves, or you may not even have known about that you have these qualities. But however, people from the outside will always, your actions are received by the people, and this is what creates this threat. This is what creates this threat. Okay, the angelics. So the angels around you, the white feather. So white feather is also the native, your ancestors. So we're talking about earth angels here, because the white feather is also your ancestry, and it, kind of like the natives, the Native Americans, they were, they revered the feather, they revered the animal kingdom. They revered the animal kingdom because they oftentimes were connected. They were connected with the cosmos. So they revered the nature that was around them. The natives, they revered the nature that was around them. So they gave tribute. They gave tribute back to the kingdom. So following on to that, another point of reference here is because of your tribute to respect, your tribute to respect, to the nature that is around you. You're supported by the universe. You're supported by nature. And here we have the military. So the military, the military is based on the higher realms, because our military is from above. In this point of view, is also talking about the military could also be having you're on their radar. You're under the radar of the military service. So we have the law branch. And we also have the military branch. So we're talking a lot about these services. So the military could also be on the radar. So this program is assisted and facilitated by the military. And following on, your ability to speak, to lead others, your ability to speak and to lead others, you're considered this leader, a soldier's capacity, who understands how to lead by natural example, by natural example. And also it could be somebody who's charismatic, who's charismatic, who's able to lead, in a natural sense. Somebody who's charismatic, and when you speak, people listen. They have a joy to listen to you. They have a joy to listen to you. They have a joy to follow to listen, to take what you say it goes a long way. What you said goes a long way. It also speaks about your connection with God, because God makes His people a very peculiar. They said that Moses had a speech. They said that Moses had a speech impediment, and so when he said when God gave him the commandments and to deliver these commandments, or when God gave him this position to speak on, in the beginning Moses was like, how can I do this, Father? I am slow of speech. How can I? But then Father said that this is why I chose you. This is why you were chosen. You were chosen because now the people can see is that I am behind you. I am behind you. I am leading you, and so then now you're showing that God's wonders. So then Moses was able to lead his people out of Egypt under the guidance of God, and God was able to do these wonders, and they were able to cross. They were able to cross the Red Sea and into the promised land. So again, this is your ability to speak. This speaks about this also speaks about the huge, the huge kind of that, how valuable as a person you are to God, because even despite what you consider your these peculiar things that we have about ourselves, that we are drawn that we're drawn to have to accept about ourselves, is that these things is what actually will allow us to reach people, because he was still able to reach people, and through his he was able to write, deliver not only deliver the commandments, but also deliver the books that we still read and hold until this day. And he's one of the most important prophets, not only in Judaism or Christianity, but he's also in Islam, and he's one of the his name is possibly the most mentioned, the most mentioned. So there is a theme that we're getting about this captivity, that Moses was able to lead by example, because what we're finding out and what we're living through today, like where I'm reporting from now, is that these persecutions of a person are still going on under the watchful government. These persecutions are still going on. So the government is now the house of Pharaoh. Okay, 5D, we have dreams. So our dreams are going to be connected with God. Our dreams are going to be connected with God, and also our dreams are going to be something that is going to be your navigate your it's something that is going to be your kind of like your GPS. Your dreams are going to be like your GPS. So that's something that your dreams are going to be your GPS, and hopefully that your dreams, however dreams that you will get, what you find is that even your nightmares that you might think are nightmares, there's also some healing in there, because what God will do is he will reveal things to you through your dreams. So a man will dream, and you may dream of animals, You may dream of these these animals that appear to be very frightening, and you know your dreams, basically, even if your dreams are being trying to be distorted, they will also still reveal your truth, because God's word is always truth. So through the confusion and through the distortion, there is still truth there. So you may see animals in your dreams, and these animals are these characters of people. They're like representation of the people. They're a representation of the people. So the dreams were also, the animals were also giving us the animals were also giving us like these characteristics of a person. You may see, if you see birds, or if you see birds in your dreams, these will be symbolization of the angels, the angelic realm. We have equal give and take. So this is also, this speaks about, this is a dual card. This speaks about that you're going to be cleansed. You're going to be cleansed of all you're going to be purified. You're going to be purified by the divine light, by the light of the divine. You're going to be purified and exonerated from the house of Pharaoh, exonerated from this persecution. You're going to have a new slate, a clean slate. You're going to be exonerated, and you're going to have a clean slate. So my people, we're going to hang in there despite what is going on around us, despite what we believe is happening in and around us. We're going to hang on, because the throne room says that you are going to be exonerated for your endeavors. Following on, take one from here. Okay, your Canelian guys. So you're going to be exonerated from the people that have attached themselves to your chakra points, your creativity, your expression. So at this time, keep a piece of Canelian around you. Also, Canelian is the sacral chakra. Keep a piece of Canelian around you. You could wear a necklace, or or keep a stone on your person, under your pillow, or even in your pocket while you sleep. Because this is your creativity and your expression. This is your ability to express yourself freely. Every person has that right. Following on, and also for some of you, for the people that are in this program. In this program, we have the tribe of Judah. So this is our lion. This is our lioness. This is our courage, and our ability to demand safety for our family, because the lioness, she provides, she demands her family to be safe and to be nurtured. So this is who you are, somebody who is nurturing, somebody who is nurturing but also fights for her family, who demands, there's this strong emphasis on demanding to fight for your family. So this is why the lion is revered across all continents. And the lion is revered. Bear with me, guys. One moment. Welcome back. Welcome back. Bear with me, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. This is recording. This is our first recording, so we're going out doing it. We're going by unscripted, unscripted. Whatever comes out, whatever you hear, is all unscripted. It's direct from direct from our heart, direct from God. We're connected. We're all connected through our hearts. So it's unscripted, unedited. This is we're going by. So you're somebody. You're somebody who's not only you're somebody that is that isn't afraid to be who they are. Who isn't afraid to take this chance and be who they are and do things. When the opportunity, following your heart. You talk about the hero, or also going to the following your heart, going to the west, going to following your dream, So you're somebody who's a dreamer, and these are the things that that make that add this this quality to you, but also it's something that you may not even you may not have you may not know about yourself of this quality. These are the qualities that God has about us that we may not realize ourselves. These are things that keep us rooted and grounded to just being somebody who's this is the charm. Human trafficking. So human trafficking is we're reporting from the front line is that we're here to report on findings of this human trafficking, and that we've been able to witness. We've witnessed this human trafficking. Human trafficking. We oftentimes think of it as a person from an impoverished nation, or a place where a person that doesn't know about them. Yes, they use these strategies by taking people who are, they believe that are not going to be noticed, people that they believe are not going to be missed. So when something happens to this person suddenly has disappeared, they believe that the people are not going to miss them, the people are not going to be aware of their disappearance. But however, we all have this value now. So this is why this human trafficking is to be exposed, because these people who are being maltreated are valuable in God's Father's eyes. They're valuable, and the traffickers. One of the things that they seem to do is to take a person's. They try to make believe that a person doesn't have this value of themselves, doesn't hold this value. So so they use this same structure of a person from an unknown place goes missing, so no one knows about them, because somebody who's in the spotlight normally doesn't go missing, because everyone is aware of them. And they will be noticed when they're missing. So one of these strategies of isolation is that they aim to isolate a person for a period of time, and which is a strategy that this person is isolated. So when they go missing, that people are not going to be this will go under the radar. It will be business. Normal. It will be a normal day. However, these people are being. This is going on. This is the human trafficking is going on. Right under. I want to say the human trafficking, we're going to shed light on the human trafficking, because the human trafficking is going on in places that you never assume they were going on. It's going on in places that you'd never believe will be associated with human trafficking. People will be involved that you'd never believe would be involved. So this is about the human trafficking. So you'll be aware of this human trafficking, and you'll be bringing also awareness to the human trafficking. We're looking at under the spotlight of the human trafficking, which makes it the the significator, which makes it the significator. What this is about. You know, standing up. You know, we're talking about liberation. We're talking about liberation. We're talking about people who are being forcibly kept. You know, from you know, they're being forcibly, you know, kept, you know, in this kind of a kind of you know, a kind of you know, okay, we have, okay, so we have the name Jermaine comes up here. The name Jermaine comes up here, a name beginning with a J. Also, this talks about that we have this, you know, Saint Germain. Saint Germain, these are the saints. These are the saints. This also speaks about connections with heaven. You know, Saint Germain. Saint Germain, you know, he's could be around you at this time. You know, these are the saints, these are the masters, these are the ascended masters that who will be around you at this time. So we've got to keep going. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep going because the saints are with us. So, you know, we've got to keep going. We're being, you know, you're being encouraged to keep going. You've been encouraged to keep going. Keep going. And then following on to that, we have Magma in London. Now, Magma in London, this speaks about also that we're reporting, guys, I just must repeat, I'm reporting live from the Frontline. So this goes out to the people who are being persecuted and are also being marginalized in a way. So you know the human trafficking comes under above Magma in London. You have human trafficking, and above next to Magma in London you have Saint Germain. You have Saint Germain. So this also speaks about that that Magma in London is involved with the human trafficking. Magma in London, they would also be involved, and they're also under you know, the throne room of God. God's throne room is aware of this. You know, as you can see here. So these are the you'd have somebody around you who is you know, you've got this attention of you know, not only businesses or not only not only the community at large, but you also have businesses who are being used as an intermediary to persecute you. So you may have noticed that you may see somebody in your dreams who is somebody that you may have watched and seen on television, on TV, and you may think, what is the connection here? What this is also telling us is that you may have somebody who's in the spotlight, who's involved with the human trafficking, somebody in the spotlight who is benefiting from your human trafficking. So if you have seen somebody in your dreams who you may have believed that, how come this person be in my dream, you know, like a celebrity. So now this is to let you know that those people could be involved in your human trafficking. These people could be involved in your human trafficking. So it isn't very far-fetched. Because one thing that we will realize, you will something that is noticed is that the celebrity world, or those that sort of that world, is that they're all connected also with the military. This is something that the military connects with the celebrity world. The military branch also connects with Hollywood. To use the phrase, the military branch is connected with Hollywood. So this is one of the connections. We want to keep going. So keep going, guys. If you see the celebrities that you see, they'll be connected, because and also what you want to realize, what you notice, is that the celebrities and the connection with the military world and this sort of environment is, you're talking about their intelligence services. So it's a military intelligence services. It's a military intelligence services could be involved in this. Let's clarify Magma in London. Okay, we have a card here. Let's have a look. Okay, the card that wanted to come out here is rape. So Magma in London, they're being involved in not only human trafficking, but this also includes sex trafficking, because rape comes under the this is over 18. This is only for over 18 adult consent. Just want to use that word, but the R word, the RAPE word, and I've used it already, but this is unscripted. It's unscripted. So this is including with sex trafficking. So there's sex trafficking. The military are involved. The military intelligence services, or parts of the military intelligence services, would be involved in this human trafficking and also sex trafficking. And they're using community-based as they're using the community-based as a form of contact. They're going through the community base. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Okay, now to clarify this further, now we have Ashley Burwood, which is another military connected intelligence services company, which is connected with Magma and London. They are under the same umbrella, so they're connected with the sex trafficking, and through connections with Magma in London, with and human trafficking. And these people are being seen. They're being brought to this. What they were doing is being brought to the light. So an equivalent nature will be that they're being brought to justice. What is been happening behind the scenes is being brought to light. So on this point of view, this is a company that has been, they're under a fragrance they're a fragrance institution that has been found out to be connected with this military. So this part of the military services is using this fragrance company to sex traffic and human traffic people through this company. So this is a company that will entrap. They will be forcefully in your forcefully. You will see them in your dreams. You will see them in your dreams. You will also see them they will be following you, not only following you, kind of like what you call a surveillance. So this surveillance is something that is happening, that they will be outside your property. They will be there. They will send their cohorts, their people. They will send their supporters or people. They'll send people in and around you to provide this monitoring and this surveillance. So this is being done. This is double confirmation for this company here, which is a fragrance company. Now we're gonna just keep pulling more cards. Okay. So now we have necro, a necrophiliac. You're dealing with a necrophiliac. You could be dealing with a necrophiliac. So this is going beyond not only the sex trafficking. So now you're dealing with your life is under threat, because now we have you're reporting from the front line. I'm reporting from the front line. To also say that this is going beyond only entrapment or sex trafficking, but this is also speaking about attempts on a person's life to unalive them, to rub them off from being alive. These people are necrophiliacs. So now this is being confirmed with these companies in the military. These military intelligence services are being connected with this necrophiliac, and also with human trafficking. Now this is, this also speaks about ritual abuse. This also speaks about forms of ritual abuse which go far beyond ritual abuse. This is now speaking about, they're talking about conjuring up, conjuring up, a sense of you want to say, beyond, this is, of a dark nature. These individuals are darker than they appear to be. They're darker than they would appear to be. They're complete opposite of who you are. These individuals are under the guise of somebody who's generous. They're under the guise of somebody who's a teacher. They're under the guise of somebody who's a community leader. They're under the guise of somebody who's considered like a pillar of the society. They're under this guise, but behind the scenes they're everything but that. They're everything but that, because they are against the community. They are against. They would be against. Um, the generosity of the people, providing for the people. This speaks about uh, being against the people, and these are the people that are going to be taken out of your life. These are the people that are going to be removed from your life. Following on, guys, and being trying to continue to go ahead, Okay, so now we have the AI. So we have the AI, we have the AI computer. Now. The AI computer is, we're speaking about this intelligence services. We're talking about this artificial intelligence services. We're talking about this false. We're talking about this false narrative that is being given. We're talking about. So we're going to blow the whistle on this false narrative that is being given by this AI computer, because the AI computer is effectively a simulation. Is effectively a simulation. So you're dealing with these individuals who are narcissistic in nature. They're a narcissistic personality. A narcissistic personality in nature. These individuals are what you consider, these are your psychopaths, your sociopaths. So this goes back from the person who appears to be generous and giving, and is this leader in the community. This speaks about that these people are anything but that. They appear on the outside to be that, but they're everything but that, and they are the narc is somebody who is effectively just out for themselves. So the people that you are dealing with are these people that are out for themselves. And this is your 5 of swords in the tarot. This is your 5 of swords in the tarot. They will be going by any means. Okay, so you could be somebody who's psychic, intuitive, somebody who speaks truth, somebody who's not afraid to speak truth, somebody who receives their downloads, their guidance through their dreams. You could be somebody who receives their guidance through deep connection with the throne room of God. So you're somebody who's divinely guided, somebody who is obedient, somebody who is obedient to the point where now the society or the people that are around you, these are the people that this leadership, this leadership, or this leading by an example. So these are the things that have made the government consider a person to be a threat, because they have this innate leadership. You have this innate leadership quality where people around you will they'll gravitate through your leadership, your actions. This makes a person a leader, a leader of people, and a leader of persons. So you have the prophet Prophet Moses, he had that deep connection with God, and he was able to lead the people out, and he was also he sacrificed through his he was obedient. He led his people out, and he gave his life for his duty, for his service to God. He gave his life. Following on, engagement. You speak about the wedding band, the engagement. So you talk about romance. You talk about romance. So you could the military could be involved within your romance life. The military could be involved with your romance life. They could have an interest. You could have a person of interest not only you, but your spouse could have a person of interest by the military. You're gathering the attention of the military because of the two people coming together. The two people coming together, forming the two people from the tribe, the two people from the tribe, the two people from this tribe, or these tribes coming together, forming, people, forming God's kingdom, the two tribes coming together, forming into God's kingdom. The tribe of Judah coming together and forming into God's kingdom is now, having the military involved. Because here you also have the house of King David, which was from the tribe of Judah. And, God said he will re-establish the house of King David he will re-establish the house of King David that will reign, that will continue to reign, So you're somebody who, that has this bloodline from the house of King David, and also your spouse has the same bloodline from the house of King David, from this tribe. So from the 12 tribes, the 12 tribes, the 10 tribes, forgive me, but from the tribes coming together that was scattered. Now these tribes are coming together in engagement. Because what this wedding speaks about? Wedding speaks about an engagement, a celebration. This speaks about your four of wands in the tarot, your celebration, your wedding. Following on. So your love life is now gaining the interest of the military services. That this is what this is about, because love is the opposite of love is the ultimate, the highest. Love is the form of God. It's an expression of God. So we also have the chameleon here. When you express your love, everyone is free to express. Everyone is free to express themselves. So now you have this expression of God, which talks about love, which is the highest form of expression of God that we can have on earth, is through love. So we're now sharing this love with the people. We're now sharing this love with the people, because now it resonates, and it gives this resonance that alters and changes the waves of the people. This is something that you'd witness. When you see, like a loving family environment. this is something that resonates, and then you capture this feeling, this feel good. So now this is something that this is something that God wants us to spread with love. The people, with nature, with nature. So love is the highest form of expression because it gives us this happiness, this joy. And engagement, following on from engagement, we also have the 5D. So you could be meeting your partner in your dreams. You could be seeing your partner's face in your dreams. You could be with your partner in your dreams because you're being connected because of this human trafficking. Now, Father God says, okay, I'm going to turn your circumstances into. You're still going to. We're going to use now the through our dreams to be in union. So even though on this level here we're building on this level here, we're building from God, from Father. We're building from the sky. We're building from the sky because now we're drawing down this. We're drawing down, and now we're going to manifest our love from above, because love, they say it doesn't exist on this planet, but now you are being, because the love is coming from within you. Now this group of people, these Pleiadians, these groups of people, now they contain that spark of love inside of them. So now love is being transferred onto the planet again because they've gone through a phase of, it hasn't been natural to exist, in this dimension. It hasn't been natural to exist in this dimension. So now we have love that is being brought through the people, now it's going to spread out into the planet. And this is one of the things that people are against, because through not having love, the opposite of love would be things, it would be a dense emotion, such as keeping people fearful is going up against love by keeping people fearful. Okay. So now you're seeing through this. You're seeing through the manipulation. You're seeing through this this hidden you're seeing through these hidden actions by the so people that are doing, the people that are involved in the human trafficking. You're seeing through those actions, because you're receiving these downloads from God. You're receiving these downloads from God. So again, this also will speak about your dreams. Your dreams could be really active around this time. And also that you're calling these people out is also bringing this attention towards you, because you're calling these people out. Okay. And because you're calling these people out, now you have, because you're calling on these people out, so, which is, you have this opposition around you. But again, these oppositions that's around you are going to be underneath the spotlight. These people are underneath the spotlight because the card they're being shown to be right under the spotlight. These people are going to be brought to justice, and the human trafficking is going to be brought to the spotlight. And again, we're going to again we're going to bring into the light what is happening behind the scenes, and what we're going to bring into light what's happening behind the scenes. Magma and London are going to be brought into the spotlight for their involvement with human trafficking is going to be brought into the spotlight. So Magma in London, and also the AI computer, and also what will be brought into the spotlight will be what has been happening behind the scenes, and these would include the sex trafficking, and also the persecution of the people that is going to be brought into the spotlight. Following on, more clarification cards. Okay, water. Water is very important at this time. So, drinking lots of water, visiting a lake, visiting a body of water, and also, listening to sounds that are reminiscence of water. But because of because of the nature of this program, these are the kind of places that are heavily militarized around this time. You find that they're heavy with the presence of the military deployment. These are like kind of places that they do not want you to visit. So this calls us into this human trafficking, because these are places that are militarized right now. Okay, so now you have your soulmate, your partner. So this is an engagement. So I'm just gonna speak a little about how a person that's coming towards you. One of the reasons behind these things is that when God makes when we were created, the first book, the Genesis, also spoke about the first creation, Adam and Eve. So God created this pairing. He created this pairing who were to be this duo. And they were going to birth. They were the start of the nation. They were going to be this duo. So this was their soulmate. So, Adam had Eva. So, that was his soulmate. That was his counterpart. So these two people were, that was God in heaven created these counterparts. So these, he created these counterparts for us. This divine counterpart, who's also a reflection of God on earth. So which helps us to bring this engagement of love onto the planet. This helps us bring the engagement of love onto the planet, bringing down from the heaven realms onto the planet here for everyone to benefit from, because there's nothing more greater than the frequency of love on this planet. So this is one. This is one of the things that is why the government have been causing this program. It's because this is all going onto these relationships. These relationships are drawing. These relationships are drawing this attention. Because what you got to remember in on the media scale, you have these or even on the media scales, you have the princesses, the Cinderellas or the Prince Charming. Those were the people, because they brought so much joy to the people. And the current paradigm that we're currently in, the current paradigm, they we're going to have to teach them and show them the way, be the showman, the trailblazer of living in love rather than fear. So rising above the fear that they want to put people in is going to be something that leads the way, because we can have no place for fear. There can only be love. There can only be love going forward. That's what. There can only be love going forward. Okay, we want to pull some more. Forgiveness. There can only be love going forward. So we have to offer. We have to rise above and offer forgiveness. If you can see this card, it's going to be these individuals or people that you are in contact with, that people have been drawn towards you. They have this. Not being able to realize from right from wrong. So again, Moses set the commandments to teach the people, thou shalt not, because those were the commandments that they, up until that point, they were not living under the law. So the law branch coming from God has given us the to understand that okay, maybe they don't understand, and maybe they are unaware of what they're doing, because some civilizations were in the early stages, they were once full, they went from barbarism into civilized. So this speaks about being a leader and rising above, and being able to forgive, being able to forgive the people that are even persecuting, being able to even forgive the persecutors, because now that raises the bar for love. So now we bring even more love onto the planet, because we're able to forgive, because we're able to understand. And this is something that we're being urged to do, is that we're going to have to, behind this is it's going to be forgiveness. We're going to forgive behind it, because we understand that some people are only acting from a point of a form of even ignorance, and not being forgiving is being loving, and it is being closer to God, because God is very merciful. He is very merciful. So once the exposure, and once this line has been brought into awareness, we're able to then heal by forgiving, because the healing will come from this forgiveness. That is what is going to it's going to come from the forgiveness. So, sometimes you may feel that the people want to make it difficult for you to forgive. They want to make it difficult for you to forgive, but nothing is too difficult for God. So, with God's love and His blessings, we can forgive. Okay, this one wants to come out. Okay, now your family are protected. So your family are protected. So in spite of the nature of the situation, your family are protected. Your family are protected, and you're being urged, to you're being, the nature of this situation, the situation draws on a person feeling being overwhelmed, a person being overwhelmed. But God says that no, my children are going to be protected, my children are safe, my children are going to be shown the way, and my children are going to be living in a from a new branch, a new field of this abundance, this new fertile land that they're going to be living in. Because once God clears the old system, the old paradigm, once God cleans house, because God Father has said He's going to clean house. He's going to clean the house, and then He's going to establish new. He's going to establish a new society, a new world, that without, because we cannot have fearmongers anymore in this new world. We cannot have that. We're going to move through that. So okay, God is providing us this support, and this is why we're being urged to continue to going on, to continue to fight and persevere, is because we are protected by God, and you're protected, your family is protected, so you continue to go along despite what the external world shows you outside. Okay, so God is going to bring this tower, He's going to bring this. God is going to bring this tower down. He's going to bring this tower down, which is a structure, which is also God God brought down the Tower of Babel, and also so then now God can now build for the for His children going forward, because then we can no longer have this sense. We need the sense that we're going into now is going to be based on solely on it's going to be based around love. It's going to be based around love, because the old system of doing things, it has to go. So I'm reporting live from the front line, and so we've gone from we're in the middle of this warfare, but God is going to end this warfare. It's going to end on God's time. This warfare is going to end on God's time, and this is what the tower speaks about. The tower speaks about God ending things on His terms, on His time. It will be brought down, and it will be brought down, abruptly, because the people are in the middle of you know, you know, they're in this, this war of this war of engagement. So also we have engagement of war. So we have God's children, and we also have this AI, and we also have this tower, which is an awakening, which is also an awakening, like for people to be, which is also an awakening for people to be made aware. Should we clarify? Should we clarify the tower? Let's clarify the tower. Let's clarify the tower. Let's clarify the tower. Let's clarify the tower. Okay. So tower is clarified with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in the tarot speaks about celebration. The Four of Wands in the tarot speaks about success. The Four of Wands also speaks about home. So this tower being brought down is now going to be built on we're going to build. So God now is saying, okay, I'm going to bring this tower down because now I'm going to build with love. Now the love is here now. So now we're going to build modestly but also abundantly. So these are God's promises that are coming from the throne room of God. It's that He's replacing the old with the new. So the tower is coming down in order to build a new foundation of love for the people. Then we have following on to that, because being a medium, a connection to God, being God's servant, being obedient to God and serving and being that medium that also is that channel that speaks and connects the people to God, because the people in this time going forward, the person, we're connecting with God. So the military services have identified this connection that you have with God, because you have 2 points. You have the being. You have the Father, and then you have the being, the person, and then now you have this connection with God that enables one to be this medium. And also the medium speaks about speaking for those that can not speak for themselves. So you may connect with the other side. So you may connect with the other side through the 5D, in order to bring this justice into this world. So you may connect with the people that have deceased. You may connect with the people that are no longer, they're no longer here, but they're very much alive on the other side. So this is that medium, that mediumship that you have, that allows you to connect through your dreams and through this connection with God allows you to connect with the other side. Okay, at this point, I'd like to also just say somebody who recently passed away was Aaron Carter from his brother. He recently passed away. He was somebody that the name Aaron speaks about was a priest. He was a priest. He accompanied Moses and spoke, and he was his he helped him deliver these messages for God, and he became this high priest. So somebody like Aaron Carter who passed away. There's so much that we get from his name, and somebody like him, who passed away, who would have been persecuted, by by the government, really, or shades of the government, parts of the government, elements of the government. He would have been sold into slavery to a degree. It sounds really out there, but he would have been sold into slavery to the government, and performing these acts, being taken advantage of from a young age, because he was he was only 34 when he died, which equals to 7, which is also a number for reflection of God. So that speaks a lot about him being a child of God, and despite what he went through, because he took this sacrifice, of going into that industry, which really is they are they're a branch of the military. So him going into this industry and being taken advantage of, because he was sold into this slavery, and he was only and he was recently released from that captivity through leaving this going into the other side now. Now he's gone to the other side, but his life, just wanted to say, just to mention him, condolences, and may he find peace and mercy from God, from on the other side, because being into that industry is kind of going, you're going, a person of God going into that industry is almost like somebody going, working as an undercover investigative journalist, so he was somebody that was reporting from the front line. So he's a comrade, no doubt. Okay, drink loads of water, because God Father wants to tell us that He's giving us insights and upgrades. So continue to speak, continue to expose, and continue to raise this bar, because God is giving you that, your family are protected, and also not to be afraid, even when you are one person against 1,000. You may appear to be just one person against 1,000. Moses, when he spoke, and he said, "Let my people go." Pharaoh was like, how can this person say this to me? Because Pharaoh lived under an older system where the people never spoke against him or even spoke up to him, but he spoke up. Moses said, "Let my people go," because that was Father God speaking through him. He was this medium that spoke through for God, and in the end, of course, so you have this activation. So you continue to speak your truth, even against all odds, against even the numbers that may be coming up against you, even against the military, even against the government, even against the establishment. You must continue to speak, because we are here to we serve God first and foremost. We serve God. Following on. We have your investigator, detective. We have investigative detective. So now this is confirmation that these companies are under investigation. So the companies that these companies are under investigation for their crimes. Their crimes are going to be brought into the light. These companies are under investigation. So we're shedding, these companies are going to be brought into they're under investigation because there is a detective on the case, and also you could there's a detective on the case, so we're bringing into awareness these crimes that these companies are, I'm gonna just pull some cards that are regarding the detective and these companies, because being reporting from the front line, live from the front line as today, is that these companies they're operating under this cover of they're operating under this cover of anonymity. I want to say they are operating under this cover of anonymity, and now that once the law branch, the detective law branch, they will no longer have this anonymity anymore. So again, this goes back from these attacks that are coming from the dream state, that people are trying to affect a person's livelihood through the dream state. They're trying to affect a person's life, but now this is all going to be brought down into everyday. I want to say everyday level. Once it got brought into the court system. We're going to pull some more cards. On what else can you tell us about the detective and the law branch? What is happening behind the scenes? We take a card from the top. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands. So now this means that we're moving. Being encouraged, being urged to continue. Your family are protected. Now this gives us, the Ace of Wands speaks about, the closeness to God. This divine guidance, this spirit, this spirit confidence that God gives us with the Ace of Wands, because as you can see that He gives this passionate, this wand that is held on a tarot. It's the first point. It's the first ace in all the cards, in all the tarot. It's the first ace. So it's the first point. It's the most closest point to God. It's the closest point to God. So we have that ace. So we're gonna just pull a few more cards. Take one from the top. Yes, the detective is on the case. Now these people are going to be brought into justice because now the Ace of Wands. I'm going to just bear with me one moment because there's something that I want to share with you guys. Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Just going to look at the book about the Ace of Wands. The inspiration from Spirit is that it's the start of a new venture or enterprise. So it's inspiration, and also it's about this spirit confidence and this drive and this vitality, this passion that you're being given, and also the closeness to the divine. Okay, so these are the you know you have this this in you know this you have this innovative. So if you've been receiving these nudges or these hunches from your dreams to create something, that this is your Ace of Wands, this is your your guidance. So you may just think of something and say, wouldn't that be, you have that opportunity now, you have this launch pad, you want to say, that Spirit is giving you this launch pad that now you can do, you can do it, you can go through that gate, because just recently we had the 11 portal, which is something that allows us to step through, and it's the 11 is is some allows us to step through and bring things into fruition. It allows us to step through and manifest this this growth. So from God's throne room through your dream state. So your dreams are giving you these inspirations. Giving you these inspirations for you to carry out. So the book is encouraging us, or the Ace of Wands encourages us to with our ventures. So these ideas that may seem like is just you have an idea that came out of nowhere. You're being encouraged to you can use this. You can use this to move forward. You can create. It's about it will help you to create, because Spirit is supporting you in order to create, in order to conceive these ideas. And also, just finally, the Ace of Wands also talks about good news. Receiving good news. So this tower that has been brought down is going to bring us good news. The tower that's been brought down, is going to usher in is going to usher in this new land, this new fertile land that we can build on. You know, we can build on this fertile land. We can celebrate. We can celebrate on this new fertile land with our new ideas. So these new ideas that we're getting are going to be really, really made to, you know, they're really going to, you know, being driven forward, you know, on this new fertile land once this tower comes down. Because once God brings this tower down, we're going to have this new land that is going to be fertile for us to plant, you know, to us to grow from. So these are just quick messages from, you know, these are just quick messages, and big happy changes are on the way. So, you know, continue to you know, continue, you know, with your prayers, and you know, God is with you, despite what situations may seem at this time. You know, things may seem that have been, you know, we recently just went through that. Portal. So now God is down here to carry us forward into our new endeavours. He's here to take us forward. So your family are protected. You know, you have everything at your disposal with you now to create. Shall we pull one more card? Pull one more. Gifts from God. Just wanted to leave this card with you. Is you know, gifts from God. This is your gift. This is your gift. God is giving you a gift. You know, God is giving you a gift, and you know, maybe your dreams are an indication, and also maybe you've seen you know, this person, or maybe you've seen, you know, it could be a person. You know, you've seen this person in your dreams, because there's an emphasis here on the dreams. Maybe you saw this person's face in your dreams. You know, your gift from God is being brought towards you. Is coming towards you. You will be getting this gift from God. That is, your ace. Anyway, guys, we're gonna end this reading here, and catch you on the next time. Hope you guys are well. God bless and love you all.